evening. Good evening. Good evening to you all. How are you all doing? Greeting from my location. Hope you all are doing good. Yes, as you can see, I am. It's a bit late, but I just want to play this because I'm quite happy. Quite happy because we are winning. Victory, we are winning. Hey. I'm quite happy what is happening, what is transpiring in the courts of Nigerian courts. Quite happy what is going on over there, over the court. So we will continue. Yes, Mazi, our leader, told them. He told them, he said, you will not jail me. You will not jail me. He told them so. He said, Nigeria court, you can't jail me. And that is what is happening. And that is what is playing so far. They cannot jail them. He told them, I will defeat you in your own court. I will defeat you in your own court, he told them. And that is what is happening. He defeated them first time. And this is the second trial. And he's going to defeat them again. Because Nigeria, as we all know, is a corrupt country. They are failing their laws. Even I was laughing when they asked the prosecutors. They were saying, oh God, it's only on, where's, I'm sorry, I thought I'm on YouTube too. Oh no, I thought I'm on Facebook. I never knew I'm only on, where am I? Where's my Facebook? Where's my Facebook? I'm only on YouTube. I need to go back to Facebook. I was thinking I'm on Facebook as well. Okay. So, yeah, perfect. Sorry. I didn't realize I was only on YouTube. Save. Come on. Yeah, perfect. Is it back? Yeah. So, sorry. Thank you. Please come in. If you can't come in, you can play. Help me share. Thank you, Queen, Kings and Queen. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Yeah. Good evening from my location. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have it on Facebook. I only have it on YouTube. So as I was saying, that I'm so glad. I didn't want to do program tonight, but I'm so happy what is transpiring in the courts of Nigerian court. I'm so happy what is happening there. I'm so happy that our Chukwu Okike, our Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the creator of all things, Chukwu Igbo, he's in charge. He's in charge. Oh, Chukwu Igbo is in charge. Victory is ours. Our leader Mazi Kanu told Nigeria, he said, I told you Nigeria, you cannot jail me. You can't jail me, and I will defeat you in your own court. That is what he said to them. You can't jail me, and I will defeat you in your own court. So I love this guy. I love the way he explained his things. I love to bring him. I love watching the way he explained, the way he said things, the way he narrated. It makes me happy the way he said it. So I decided to come on this live. I decided to come live now so I can play this for you to have a look. So, listen. As I was saying, listen to what. I'm so glad. Listen to what happened in Nigeria court yesterday and today. I'm going to play one of yesterday and I'm going to play the one of today. Even in Nigeria, just imagine Nigerian court. They said we want to present you videos. We want to present you recorded video. At the end of presenting recorded video, the recorded video was like, oh my God, these people, are they serious? The recorded video they said they want to play now turn against them. I was listening to it. I said, are these people, is our Chukwu is in charge. The Almighty Creator is in charge. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge. Our King, our Lord, our Chukwu is in charge. You see, let me play because this guy, the way he narrates things, I love it. I can't believe this is happening. Mazi told them, let us be sincere. Let us put tribe aside. Let us put tribalism. Let us put tribe. Mazi is from Igbo or whatever. No, this is about justice. This is about equity. This is about fairness. Did Nigeria court, did they have a right to try him? They abducted him from Kenya. They abducted him from Kenya. They failed international. This is international law. They failed human rights. His right was breached, and still they won't let him go. And still they are trying him. They try him first time. They are trying him second time, and still in all the trials, he's still defeating them. They can't do nothing about it because he's innocent. He didn't do anything wrong. He's only agitating for his people's freedom, which cost you can't, if at all that his people, our people, if at all that we are all welcome and we are given a place in Nigeria, all these things will not happen. So far, I watched a place where they said they are building a railway from where to where, but they did not include us people from Southeast with the Igbos. So we are not allowed to get a railway. But the money they are realizing is coming from our place. This injustice is terrible. It's not fair at all. It's not fair. Let us be realistic. Let us be sincere to ourselves. If Nigeria government is building a railway, why would they not allocate all the railway to us, to people from Southeast? Why would they not? Why would they exempt us from it? I don't understand. But now let me play this. Yeah, that is right. Why would they exempt? We have to be. If we say that we want these people to be one Nigeria, everything what belongs to others, you also have to do the same to others. You don't just come up and say you don't want these people. I don't want them to go. You don't even want anything to do with them, and then you want them to remain in your country. You are not treating them fairly at all. This is wrong. It's not right at all. Now let me play this for you to listen. What transpired in the court yesterday and today. I like to play this guy. I like the way he explained things, and I'm happy that Chukwokike, the Almighty, is in charge. Mazi did not do anything wrong. He didn't. They should just let him go. They should. The Nigerian government even committed crime, international crime. They committed it, but they are still holding him, and they are still holding him in that dungeon, DSS. Why are they still holding him there? Let me play this, my dear. Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu in court again today, 28th of May, Wednesday, 2025. And I tell you, there was a lot of drama and tension in court. In court. In fact, I tell you, what happened in court today has never happened before. So if you're cooking something, I advise you to tidy it up very well. If you're doing something, washing clothes or eating food, I advise you to finish eating that food properly, because once you start watching this video, you are not going to skip a bit before you end up burning what you have in the kitchen. So as usual, please take a second to like this video. If you are new, please subscribe. And hold on, as I walk you through Nnamdi Kanu's case today, giving you the entire transcript of the cross-examinations and the questions and every detail that happened in court today without missing anything.
Yes.
First of all, let's take the entrance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. That is him, as usual.
Yes.
You know,
our Messiah, our leader.
Spotless, whiter than white. You know, Mohammadike, the lion, the great man,
yes,
who has been through a lot.
The lion.
Appearing again, once again, in his
Thank you, my dear.
humility, gentility, taking things as easy as he can and waiting to see how everything pans out. God is your strength.
You see?
Let's move on. Let's dive right into the transcript of exactly what transpired in court. Like I told you, today's drama in court was the highest. So join me as I give you the transcript of exactly what happened in court today.
Okay.
Let's go. Court begins at 9 o'clock against Nnamdi Kanu and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Prosecution announces his appearance as the defense announced appearance too, led by Kanu Agabi-san. Kanu Agabi, welcome. Welcome. Both parties affirm readiness for the business of the day. Cross-examination of prosecution's third witness. So the third witness, which is PW3. PW3 means prosecution witness number 3. Shielded and known as Mr. CCC. That is the alias he calls himself in the court, because he is a masked witness. So he just answers any name. He chose to answer CCC. He is being led to take his oath. So Mr. CCC, which is the masked witness, says that he is a DSS operative for 27 years. He says that he knows Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of IPOB. Okay, he says he knows Nnamdi Kanu since 2015. This is like under oath. He's swearing now.
Mm-hmm.
So the prosecution now leads to ask him these questions. Listen very carefully. Can you please tell the court who you are and if you know the defendants? Then the masked witness answered, I work with the SSS. I have worked there for 27 years. I know the defendant. He is the leader and founder of IPOB, a terrorist organization. He founded Radio Biafra. He used to invite violence to the public. My first encounter with him was in 2015 when I was asked to interrogate him after his arrest. I invited him with 3 other officers for interview. I told him his interview was going to be recorded, and Nnamdi Kanu agreed. He agreed to be recorded and also wrote down a statement by himself. The interview was conducted on October 21st, and written interview was October 23rd. Both of them happened in the year 2015. Then the prosecution presents the video of what this witness just mentioned now, the video, interview, and also the written statement of the defendant, which is Nnamdi Kanu, to the witness for identification. The witness has confirmed both of them. He asked him, are these the document, the video you just mentioned now, and the written document you mentioned now, just now, are these both of them? Witness said yes.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecution now led to ask him, you also told the court the defendant made written statements, right?
Mm-hmm.
He answered, yes, my lord. The prosecution takes permission to show the defendant the written statement obtained in 2015. The prosecution takes permission to show the defendant his own written statement obtained from him in 2015 in person of Nnamdi Kanu. That is the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu. So the prosecution is showing Nnamdi Kanu himself. Look at, this is what he wrote to affirm. Then the written statement is now shown to Nnamdi Kanu. Then as it is done like that, the defense counsel interjects, they object immediately, say, objection, my lord. My client says the said written statement, my client says that this written statement was written under duress. Then the judge now said to the defense, the judge now replied, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, you mean the 3 statements were made under duress? Can you prove this? Otherwise, I am going to order a trial within this trial. You have to prove it in specifics that your client, Nnamdi Kanu, made this statement involuntarily, which is under duress.
Mm-hmm.
Subsequently, the judge has asked the defendant to give elements of his involuntariness, which is to prove it that this statement was written involuntarily. To the written statement, asks that the defendant be given a sheet of paper to write them down, which is why I should believe you that this thing was involuntary, why we should believe you. Then let's go on. Paul Erukuru, one of the defendant lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, read the defendant's involuntary statement. Now, Paul is reading out what Nnamdi Kanu wrote. I asked for my lawyer and the DSS refused. It wasn't the gentleman in the dock that interviewed me. It was one Mr. Brown. I was in dungeon and was allowed 1 hour of airtime, but Mr. Brown threatened that if I did not write down what he wanted, the 1 hour airtime will be taken away from me. I was forced by the DSS agent to write down some words against my will, and I was bleeding from the nose at that time. The judge now said, what do you, prosecution, have to say about this involuntariness that Nnamdi Kanu just said?
Mm-hmm.
The prosecution now said, which is the FG lawyers, he was not beaten to make this statement, sir, Your Honor. Then the prosecution now spoke to the witness, his own witness. You also told the court the defendant made these statements. The witness said, yes, my lord. The judge now orders trial within trial to determine whether or not these statements made by the defendant was not made under duress. I want you all to note that a trial within trial means that when there is an evidence of said confession made by an alleged criminal is about to be tendered by the prosecution to the court, if the person objects to the statement he made, that he said this is under duress, I didn't make this on my own, I was forced, I was beaten, and they bring that statement to court, the defendant claims that that statement was written by him, but under duress, the judge can subject that evidence. Instead of the evidence to be tendered to the court directly, the judge will first of all subject that evidence to a trial now to determine if it was written under duress or not. If in the end, so this now will be subject to another trial of its own until they finish this particular trial. Before the case can continue, then they will now either tender the evidence to the court or trash the evidence. That's exactly what trial within trial means. Now, the prosecution said, okay, they don't mind the trial within trial. Also, the defense also accepted it. They said, okay, the same witness in the box is going to be their witness for this. Now, the prosecution is now asking the witness now, under trial within trial. We are now in trial within trial to ascertain the genuinity of that statement that Nnamdi Kanu, that they extracted from Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. That is what they are trying to find out now, if it's going to be admissible in court or not. So listen very carefully. Prosecution is now asking the witness, how do you know the defendant? The answer, he is the leader of IPOB, sir. Prosecution asked the witness again, do you know who Mr. Brown is? Witness said, I am not sure. I interviewed the defendant with my two colleagues' names, James Ibrahim and Collins. There was no Mr. Brown with us. Prosecution asked, did the defendant at any time make any request to you before his statement was taken? Then the witness answered, he did not make any request. He only said he wanted to rest, sir. Prosecution asked him, did he make any request for his lawyer? Witness answered, I am not aware, but he didn't ask me for his lawyer, sir. Prosecution asked, he said he was put in solitary confinement. Is it true? Witness answered, I am not aware of that. If you watch the video, you will see a table water was even placed before him, sir. Not even sachet water. So I am surprised he is saying all this, sir. Prosecution asked, did he tell you about his ill health? The witness answered, I am not a medical doctor, sir, so I don't know if he was sick or not. But he did not mention it to me that he was sick, sir. Prosecution asked again, he said you put words in his mouth. Did you do that? Witness answered. Witness answered, sir, it's not true. He said everything voluntarily, and he was happy saying them. Prosecution asked again, he said you told him some things to write about the president, Goodluck Jonathan. Is it true? Witness answered, sir, that is not true, sir. We can even play the video to check. Prosecution asked again, my lord. Prosecution now asked the judge, my lord, can we play the video? The judge now answered, no, we have not reached that stage yet. This is a trial within trial. The court went on a 10-minute recess to maybe discuss some things and maybe the process to check if they will play the video or not, maybe for more emphasis. So they came back. The court now decided that they should play the video. So the first video is playing now. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking to the interviewers now. This thing happened in 2015, the DSS dungeon. So they're playing this video, in the court interview. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking. So listen carefully. You people are the custodians of the law, yet you are the ones breaking the law. This is the third time I am making statements without my lawyer. The law says I am entitled to a lawyer, but you have consistently denied me one. Record me and let the whole world hear it, that I am making yet another statement without my lawyer. Even if you point a gun at me, I will still say the truth. I was the first person to organize a rally against Boko Haram in London in 2007. You have denied me access to my lawyer. You are no more a law enforcement agent. You are a law breaker. The first video ended. And they put another video. The second video is about to play now. So the second video is playing. The interviewer is asking Nnamdi Kanu questions now. Listen. Interviewer asked the DSS dungeon, "How are you?" Kanu answered, "I am not fine." He asked again, "What is IPOB?" And Kanu answered him, telling him exactly what IPOB is. He asked Nnamdi Kanu again, "What is the duty of IPOB?" And Kanu answered again, mentioning the Biafran territory, the states involved, and mentioned that no other states is under compulsion to join IPOB. Now the judge asked that they should speed up that video so that they can play another one. Then the judge now said during this whole thing, said, "I heard him mentioning repeatedly that his lawyer was not there, that he needed to speak with his lawyer. So I will look into that alongside the involuntariness." I want to just point that clear for you. Then the third video of Nnamdi Kanu, is playing now, in the court. So the video was played, and the next video was played of the interview. So after all the videos were played, then the defense now came in to cross-examine the witness. The defense, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer now, is coming in now to ask questions now. So listen carefully. This is Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers now asking. "I observed throughout the videos played, none of the interviews showed their faces. None of the interviewers showed their faces. Why?" Witness answered, "We are protected by the law, sir." Kanu's lawyer asked again, "Did you introduce yourselves to the defendant before the interview? Did you tell him your real name?" Witness answered, "Yes, I mentioned my name." Kanu's lawyer asked again, "Do you know the names of everyone working in your organization, the DSS?" Witness answered, "No, sir, I don't know." Kanu's lawyer asked again, "Did you ever enter the cell where the defendant was being confined?" He answered, "I didn't really get what you said, sir." "Do you have underground cells in your facility?" He answered, "I am not aware of that, sir." He asked again, "Are you aware that so many people detained in your custody have announced that they were kept in an underground cell?" He answered, "I am just hearing that, sir." He asked again, "Did you hear when Sowore said he was detained in an underground cell?" Witness answered, "Anybody can say anything to whip up public sympathy, sir." Defense asked. The defense asked again, "Are you aware the defendant was held in an underground cell?" Witness answered, "I am not aware. It cannot be true, sir." And Kanu asked again, "Did you notice you people were forcing the defendant on what to write?" Witness answered, "Nobody was forcing him, sir. We were just trying to guide him." Lawyer asked, "Did you observe he wore the same shirt every day for the interview?" Witness answered, "Yes." Lawyer asked again, "Did you notice how excited he was when he asked for water?" The witness answered, "I didn't notice, sir." Then Kanu's lawyer asked again, "Did you know someone called Mr. Brown threatened him from your office?" Witness answered, "I don't know about that, sir." Then the cross-examination of trial. This is the end of the cross-examination of trial between the defense team and the defendant some time to have a tete-a-tete, one-on-one talk. So the judge has given Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers a brief time to have one-on-one discussion. After the brief discussion they had. Then the trial continues. This time around, Nnamdi Kanu is going to witness himself. He's going to the witness dock. You know, they're going to ask him questions now. So the defense lawyer, Kanu's lawyer, you know, is asking Kanu questions. So Kanu now is a witness now. He has gone up to witness. So listen very carefully. Nnamdi Kanu is called in as a witness to the dock. Now the defense lawyer, which is Kanu's lawyer, asked him, if I have a letter to deliver to you, where will it be? Kanu answered, the DSS dungeon. Lawyer asked him again, how long have you been in the DSS dungeon? Kanu answered, 6 years. The defense asked him, you mentioned to the court you were under duress when you wrote that statement. Kanu answered, yes, I did. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu goes ahead to narrate to the court how he was tortured and brought to Abuja from Lagos, blindfolded, and also mentioned how Mr. Brown threatened him unless he writes a statement as they wanted, that he, Mr. Brown, had the power to make sure that he was jailed. Also, he talked about how he was blindfolded and chained to be put in flight by the DSS as they wanted to bring him to Abuja in 2015. And also about how he was put in an underground because they did not want him to be around someone else. So he says the lighting of the underground was very dim. He talked about how he nose bled, how the blood was leaving a trail as he walked. Then the DSS noticed it and brought a doctor to him who mentioned that they should give Nnamdi Kanu 1 hour airtime so that he doesn't die. He mentioned also that the videos played were heavily edited, removing the parts where the DSS officers who interviewed him were threatening him. Nnamdi Kanu also mentioned that he was repeatedly denied lawyers, even when he asked repeatedly, and at no point was a lawyer brought to him until he was transferred to Kuje in 2015. So, cross-examination of Nnamdi Kanu by the prosecution now begins. So the prosecution also took turns to ask Nnamdi Kanu questions. The prosecution is asking, which is FG lawyers, was your detention approved by a court? Nnamdi Kanu answered, no court approved my detention. The prosecution asked again, when you gave the DSS your name and contacts of your lawyer, did they come? Kanu answered, they never asked for the names and contacts of my lawyers. At this point, the cross-examination of Nnamdi Kanu has ended. And the chief judge, having seen this lengthy trial within trial, decided to adjourn the case till tomorrow, 29th May 2025 at 12 noon. You saw what happened in court today. You can see the kind of twist and turn this whole case is taking. The prosecution, you know, they are under pressure, and they have seen that this case is no longer tilting to their favor, that to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu is not beans and rice.
He told them
they have to work hard. And this thing may even backfire on some people who tortured Nnamdi Kanu. It might get to a point the judge may start asking to bring out those people that...
He told them, he said, I will defeat you in your own court. He told them, I will defeat you. I will defeat you in your own court. And he told them, you can't jail me. You can't jail me. And that is what is happening.
Torture this man. Because the way it is going now, it's clear that this judge is trying to be very transparent in this case.
Exactly.
Before you sentence a man,
he has a conscience.
You must find out if the man is worth sentencing to. No tribal agenda.
No
regional agenda. No personal agenda. We make, this judge sentence this man to court, except the rule of law.
Exactly.
So let us follow the rule of law. Simple and short. You understand? Because I've said it many times, and there are people who are pressing this case. People who were torturing this man in the DSS dungeon. And I've repeated this thing since. And this man has been tortured. You can see what Nnamdi Kanu is saying today. A lot of things are being revealed already. I'm sure he didn't want to say this because, as you are aware, he's still going to be taken back to DSS dungeon, and this leaves enough to be desired. I want to say these few things first of all, to give kudos first of all to Mr. Kanu Agabi, the lawyer and his lead counsel, for objecting that evidence first of all, because if you do not object it, by now you would have admitted that false statement and video as evidence. And I have been shouting on this channel, for those who have been watching, you can testify. You can testify. I've been saying that they should always object everything. You can see the advantage now. You can see the kind of lies that would have been smuggled into the court if the lawyer did not object it. And now the judge is subjecting that evidence to the trial. The way it's going, it will be struck out. Now it is very obvious with the way Kanu has come out now to speak boldly on his travels in the DSS dungeon. Is Nnamdi Kanu to leave that dungeon? Is it not time for the lawyers to start asking for, for him to be transferred to the prison facilities? Because he's no longer safe there. For these things he did in court today, they are still going to bundle him back again and throw him in the dungeon. Today. If possible, torture him or make life unbearable for him.
That is what
because he did not play ball well today. And he spoke very boldly, which they're not going to like. So I'm calling upon the lawyers to start immediately fighting for that man to leave the DSS cell and be taken to the prison. You cannot be in possession of a suspect and still trying that same suspect in court. Because the suspect will not be able to speak against you because you are housing him at your backyard. Perhaps if he does not, if he challenges you too much, you will not allow any visitor for him the next day. You will not allow his lawyer to come. You will not allow his family to come. You will not allow him food and water. So I'm calling upon the lawyers to now start fighting for him to be transferred to the prison where people can come and visit him, where he can be neutral. Nnamdi Kanu's case continued again for the second time this week. The first one was yesterday, 28th, and which was adjourned till today, 29th. Things are happening so fast as regards this case, and a miracle happened today in court. So watch this video till the end. Please take a second to like this video, and if you're new watching me, please subscribe.
Let's
calm down.
Like mine.
So the trial after trial continued today. Today we are going straight into business because remember we are in a trial after trial to see if those.
Today is 29, so I'm going to play this. I'm playing the 29th. What happened today? What transpired in the court today? Thank you so much for joining me, and please help me share, like, and comment. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my Facebook. We are growing. We are doing this together. Thank you so much for giving me your time, for watching. I appreciate you all. Vertical Media, thank you so much. Thank you all. Continue listening. Perfect.
Evidences, if those interview that an interrogation that the DSS conducted with Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon will be admitted in the court as evidence or not. So today's court started as usual with the judge appearance, and immediately, the defense counsel of Nnamdi Kanu stood up and said that they still stand by their yesterday's, objection that interrogation of Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS was done against his will, without a lawyer and under duress. That was the opening submission of the defendants, Kanu's lawyers. Then the prosecution stood up also and affirmed that the judge should admit it, that Nnamdi Kanu meant those things he said, and he said them with his clear eye. You understand? And the judge should admit it as evidence. So having listened to both opening statements, so the presiding judge, Justice Omotosho, decided that the court will go into a 1-hour recess. And the purpose of this recess is, to make the final conclusion on if, the evidence brought by the DSS, which is the interview of Nnamdi Kanu in DSS cell, was going to be admitted, in court or not, was done voluntarily or involuntarily, of which we decide if it will be admissible in court as an evidence to be used or not. The court now went on 1-hour recess. It's a miracle working God. It's a miracle working God. He's the Alpha and Omega. He's a miracle working God. Nnamdi Kanu has won.
That's also one that
Nnamdi
people they
Kanu
do.
has won the trial within trial.
Ekele
Yes,
diri
so
Chukwu.
whatever you are
Ekekere
typing in comment section, add it. Victory is coming.
Victory
Type
is
it there.
coming.
You can type your normal comments. Then
That's
still
so.
add victory is coming.
Victory is
Victory
coming.
in the comment section. Yes.
You say,
Nnamdi Kanu
you say,
defeated them Basbos in this one.
you say,
You know, they wanted to smuggle this one, but the judge, after the 1 hour recess, the judge came out and struck out that evidence from the DSS, stating that it was done without his legal representative.
Imagine.
It was done without due process.
Exactly.
It was done under duress, and therefore it is not admissible as an evidence in court. And the trial after trial is over. And Nnamdi Kanu has won. Well, you know, in every war, there are battles to be won.
That's so it be.
In every war. And before you can win the war, you must make sure that you win critical battles. This is an example of such battles. So yes, it is not the main war, but
we are winning the main war.
Critical battle that will aid the victory that is coming for Nnamdi Kanu. Perhaps this was a banana peel that the enemy set to pull off rug from his feet that would have led to his defeat. But Nnamdi Kanu surmounted it and finally achieved victory. Trial after trial, victory for Nnamdi Kanu. So far, so good in this case. Nnamdi Kanu has won several battles so far. Lots of arguments, lots of decisions has gone his favor. Because, like I said, you cannot destroy a man whose time has come. You cannot bring down one who God has lifted up. Anywhere you take this case to, it is the same thing. Take it to United Nations, it is the same thing you will get. Take it to America, take it to Australia, take it to Canada. The same verdict you will get, the same judgment you will get. It cannot change. Why? Because this is a straightforward case. If you have evidence, bring it to the court. So long as the DSS or so long as the security agencies are not court of law, the only thing they can do is to hold you as long as they want. That's not a prison. One day, you must only come out. Now, let me take you through the implication of this judgment now. The implication of this judgment means that, first of all, the judge has found out that this statement brought out from the DSS cell was a falsified statement, illegal statement that would have misled the court in giving a certain judgment, you know, and the court has struck it off. That means the judge is going to be very cautious going forward with further statements brought from the DSS, brought from the federal government, brought from the security agency. The judge is going to use this as a precedent now to look at them suspiciously and say, have you people come again? We are going to check this thing very well because the one you brought the other day, you know that people normally do these things and we don't know. And you know, it will be a very big setback against them, the coming case. And Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers are going to use this now as a weapon, you know, to downplay any further evidences that they are going to bring against him. Because if this one they brought is not admissible by court, therefore, according to the way courts behave, any other one you are going to bring is also suspicious. Therefore, you know, we may not actually be accepted, you know, hook, line, and sinker, because you already brought one that was almost going to mislead the court, if not for the objection of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers. That is one implication. The second implication is this. Another implication of this judgment is the federal government lawyers who have just been embarrassed by this now. Now, embarrassment means that you brought us for this case. You called us to prosecute this Nnamdi Kanu man, and you told us that all the things you are bringing are correct and are right. Why would you bring me to the front of this course to make people look at me as an unserious lawyer, or perhaps a lawyer who doesn't do his background check well and tries to force a wrong narrative to the court. So the federal government lawyers are not going to be happy with this, with their clients. They're not going to be happy that you are bringing these things and they are trying to make me look as if I don't know my job in front of the court. People will look at me like I don't know my job.
Exactly.
Why would you bring such a video and an interview knowing very well that if I take it to the court, it's not the way you told me it was? So there's going to be a kind of a confusion in their camp right now. A kind of a debate, a kind of a problem going on in their camp. It's going to make it's going to lead to a lot of review in their evidences going forward. And lots of evidences they have against Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to consider bringing them forward at this point in time, leaving them on the back foot. That's another implication. The third implication is this. The judge now has no reason not to trash this case and set Nnamdi Kanu free. Because there are lots of things coming up. First of all, if you rule that this was done illegally, therefore it's already a crime.
Exactly.
It's an offense under our law
to
obtain falsified statements, that were meant to mislead the court. So having said that, today's court case was filled with lots of breaks and interruptions. I do not know what was going on, but definitely God had his way today. Whatever you're typing in the comment section, please add victory is coming.
Victory is coming.
Victory is coming.
You see?
Because the war is not yet over. But the battle has
just begun. You see?
The court finally, adjourned the case to the 13th of June, the 16th, the 18th, and the 19th of June, respectively. Please
like and share. He's doing good. Thank you.
Sign up.
Thank you. You did very well. I appreciate you. I like you, the way you explain, the way you narrate things. I'm so much in love. I like you. That's why I always bring you here. Are you guys listening? Hey, victory at last. We are going to overcome it all. That giant, just imagine the kind of Nigeria. Look at Nigeria is just a joke, a big time joke. How can you say you have an evidence and you are saying you want to present a video, and presenting a video, they were the one that says they were the one, the prosecutors were saying, no, we did not deny him his lawyer. We did not. Mazi was saying, I requested for a lawyer. I requested for my lawyer to be present before any interrogation or anything. But they were saying, the Nigeria were saying, no, he never did. He did not request it for any lawyer. I said, Mazi Nnamdi that I knew. This Ohamadike, our leader, Ago, Lion I knew that Mazi will request for a lawyer. Mazi is not that kind of person that you can bring up, no matter whatever, even if you have tortured him or whatever. He will still stand up for his right. He will still say, I need my lawyer here. But they refused. They said, we have a video to play. And I was saying, hey, which video did they even want to play? We have a video to play. We have a video to play. And we are saying, well, is this video, is it true that? I said, okay, let them play. Let's listen. And then when they play this video, hey, because they dictated this video, the one they even addicted, they even make caricature of themselves. They even make caricature. Nigeria is just a joke. They even make caricature of themselves. The one they dictated, they still said, Mazi was still saying, I want my lawyer. Where is my lawyer? I need a lawyer. You said you are a law enforcing agent. You are not enforcing nothing. You don't even know what you are doing. Is it not a shameful thing? How can even the prosecutor stand there listening to this video, and they are not even ashamed of themselves? What kind of a country did you even call this Nigeria? Is this Nigeria? Is this what kind of a lawless and a corrupt in short? This Nigeria is just a shameful country, a very, very shameful country. Mazi Nnamdi told them, he said, you can't jail me. You cannot, because I'm fighting for my right. Everything that he was saying he was fighting for, is all that is happening. Everything that he was fighting and said, the Boko Harams are coming, the Fulanis are coming, everything that he told them is all happening. It's all happening. And everything he said, other people are saying it now. So why have they not gone to arrest those people that say those things that he was saying? That he was saying, let us protect ourselves. Let us find a way to protect ourselves. You saw the video that I shared last time. The army man was crying. The army man was shouting and saying that that Nigeria, they have the weapons, weapons they bought, three billion or whatever, that the Boko Haram have carried them all. It is even them that have the Nigerian government, the Nigeria, those people, those elites, they are the ones that gave those things to Boko Haram. You see? So tell me, what is Mazi Nnamdi kind of offense? That Nigerian government, instead of them to sit down as people that if it's a normal country, they know that Nigeria has failed. It's a failed state. What you should do is call everybody on round table. If this country is not working, what else? What are we going to do? Okay, because Nigeria as a stand has expired. As a country, it has expired. Then if everybody want to go their way, because I believe that if we all go our different ways, we are going to do better in our own countries. We are going to do better. Don't think, no, it's not going to happen, that Yorubas are going to suffer, the Hausas. It's not possible. Things will turn around for better. They are trying to, look at the country court that case you force a man to he wrote whatever he's, because this is the way Nigeria does things. If Nigeria said, and they said we did not interrogate him, we did not abuse his human rights, we did not torture him, it's all lie. They did. Nigeria DSS, we know how they torture people. Nigeria DSS can torture you, the things you didn't do, you even admit doing them. So for them to leave you, Nigerian DSS can torture you and torture things you didn't even involve yourself in doing. You can even admit in doing it for them to let go. That is Nigeria. They don't respect they don't respect people's right. They do not. Even their own court law, they don't. So as it stands, let me remove this person. As it stands, we all see what happened. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is really, Chukwu Okike is in charge. The God that he served, if it's for his own, he couldn't have been alive for now. But I believe that our ancestors, our Chukwu, the Almighty Creator, is with him. His chi is still with him. If not, by now, this man will not be alive there. He will not be alive for all the torture, all the things they are doing to him, but our chi is still with him. So we are not, he told them, he said, you guys will never in a court, I will defeat you. And that is what is happening. It's a very shameful thing. International community is laughing at Nigeria. A very shameful thing. Look at how people will be laughing at Nigeria court. Nigeria itself. International community is making mockery of them. Allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go. He didn't do anything wrong. All he is fighting for is for his people's freedom. If you marry a wife and taking care of that woman will not leave. He will live with you. But when you marry a wife and you're abusing her and you are being so selfish, you are depriving her own rights, you are maltreating her, you are doing all manner of things, definitely one day he's going to leave. One day the person is going to leave. You say, I have enough of you. I don't want to be part of you any longer. I want a divorce. I want a separation. You're not treating me well. That is what is happening here. You cannot tell me that you want Ndi Igbo to be with you, but you are not treating them as people. It's wrong. If you want everybody to be together, do the right thing, but you're not. You can't just go and abduct somebody. You don't want the person's rights. You violated people's rights. Why will you violate his right? Why will you not allow his lawyer to be there when you are interrogating him, or when you are giving, when you are interrogating him? You should have done so. But no, Nigeria, somebody called Brown, say, I will show you who I am, I will jail you. Okay, Brown, where are you? Where are you, Brown? Are you jailing the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Where are you, Brown, that was threatening him that you're going to jail him? You're going to jail him for what? What is his offense? What has he done? Nothing. This man loves even the Yorubas. He loves the Hausas. He loves everybody. It's not only us, the Igbos. He loves everybody to be free, because he found out that this Nigeria is not working for anybody. If the Yorubas are on their own, if this stupid government and they have elected a leader and the leader is not leading well, the Yorubas will come out and protest and say, we don't want you anymore. If the Igbos they are on their own and we elected a leader and the leader is messing up, We say, no, we don't want you anymore. Leave us alone. Get away from the office. The same as well apply to the outside. But as we are all together, marched together as one people, it's not happening. It's not happening. People are not living their life. It's not happening because the Yoruba will say, yo, he's my brother. The Tinubu is there now. The Yorubas are protecting their interests. If it's the Igbo man that is there, the Igbo will protect their interests. Remember the Hausa man, remember the man that called Abu Bugari that did not even have a qualification to rule you. Remember what happened? Even when Nigerians were saying you don't even have a qualification, you are not qualified to rule, the Hausa said he must be there, he will rule them. That no, he's going nowhere. You see? So everybody is protecting their own interests. Everybody, tribalism is too much. We are not united people. No matter how you try to defend it, we are not united. And it's not working. We can be a separate people trading together, loving each other, mutual agreement will be there. Things will work out fine for us. We are Africans. Here in Europe, look at the European government. Look at them. If you want to go to, if I want to go to Italy, once I have a European passport, I don't need a visa. I will travel. I don't need a visa. I will travel to any country I want. So that is how it's supposed to be. You see, if any European person want to come to Ireland to work, once they are European citizens, they are allowed to come to Ireland to live and work. They're allowed to come to live and work. If you want, you're allowed to move around, you're allowed to travel, you're allowed to live in another country because there is mutual agreement between them. But in this case now, we are all thinking that no, if we divide this one, no, it's not going to be so. If we divide, we are Africans first. You understand? We are Africans. We are going to still unite. We are going to still trade together. We are going to still migrate or go to another place, live happily with others. But this marriage of us coming together is not working, my people. This marriage of us being one Nigeria, it's not making any sense. It's not working. It's not helping out. But when we talk, some people think that no, if the Igbos go, everything about Nigeria will collapse. I'm telling you, if the Igbo goes, the Yoruba goes, the Hausa go, this Nigeria is not meant to be together. It's not meant to be. Moreover, we were not even there when they amalgamated us together. Nobody agreed for this amalgamation. Were you there? I was not there. So is it not time for us to have a say, a voice? Because the amalgamation has expired. For 100 years, it has been expired. Why they don't want anybody to go is because of the interest of the Britain. The British want to continue ruling you because of their own selfish interest, because they love to have a corrupt leader as a leader of Nigeria, so that they will be looting and they'll be looting and they'll be looting and they'll be exploiting and they'll be exploiting. That is the reason why. If not, they'll know when Britain amalgamated us together, they gave a date. There was a set date that this marriage, this contract, I call it, that this company, I call it Nigeria as a company, will come to an end. There is, they did, they put it in place. It's written, it's a document. But all these Nigerian politicians, they knew about it. They knew that Nigeria has expired. But because they love the country they call their country, because of the corruption, because they don't want Nigeria to anything about it, so they're happy. But sincerely speaking, Nigeria has expired as a country. Did you see that? So that's why Mazi Kanu is doing what he's doing. He never hated any tribe. He never hated anybody. He wanted everybody to belong, to be equal. He wants everybody to have a good life. Because when you travel out and see how things are done in other places, but back home it's not the same. You'll be like, what is going on here? So he never hated even Yoruba. He never hated the Hausas. He is a person that is fighting for human rights, for everybody to be free and govern yourself and be happy. And then look at it. Just look at the kind of treatment, the kind of torture he went through in the hands of the DSS. For what? Why would Nigeria not respect people's rights? Why would they not do that? Why? My dear, it's 1 hour here. I don't want to go longer. But so far, so good. We are with Mazi Kanu. Victory is ours. We are going home, whether you like it or not. It's better that we call for referendum. Nigeria is better for them to call for referendum. This man, they can't continue to hold him in detention because they have tried all they could. They have done everything. There are some people that they are choosing for a reason. There are some people Mazi is choosing for this reason. The Nigerian government should start knowing this. Everything he told them that is going to be happening is happening. He told them that the Fulani, they told them that jihadists, these people will take over Nigeria. And they think he's playing. And they say he's lying. He's making up stories. This is not happening. How many people how many people have left their homes to go in the refugee camps in Nigeria? Everywhere killing. Even in our places, they are all crying. Everybody's afraid. The Fulanis and the Fulani and the Janjaweed and the Boko Haram have vowed to destroy everything. So what are you going to do to protect yourself? How do you protect? Nigerian government cannot protect. Nobody, your governors can protect. The next thing they will do is to send their children abroad. And then those that will die, will die. So you see, let us all think about this. Victory, everybody should go their way. There's nothing wrong in separation. There's nothing wrong in everybody separating because it's not working, it's not working. Let's be sincere to ourselves. Mazi Kanu never did anything wrong. They should let him go. They should allow him to be. See? So that is the thing. Yeah. So let me bring this up for you. Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate you all. Promise Nda, Abigail, Agabi, Richard, Shinyere. Thank you so much for coming. Richelle, thank you so much. You all are supportive. I appreciate you all for coming to, for my live program. I know it's not easy for you back home with burning your data and giving your time. Thank you. I really appreciate you all. So I'm done tonight. Thank you so much. I wanted to talk about that guy, that ritualist, but I don't have time. I'm working tomorrow, so I won't be able to do that program. Maybe on Monday. Talk about that ritualist, the one that say they are not saying he's a ritualist. It's not a man and Igbo. I will talk about it later, but I don't want to talk about it tonight. Thank you all. May Chukwukike have mercy, protect our leader Mazi, preserve him for us. God, we appreciate Chukwukike for all he has done. We appreciate Aja and Igbo, our ancestors, for all. We appreciate Ndimbu and Ndegede for all they are doing for his life, protecting him. It is without them, I don't know where he could have been today. But they have a reason why he was born. Everybody born on earth, there's something that you must achieve. Unless you deviated, you don't want to. But if you are on this track, you must surely achieve that. So by special grace of God, this man that you see is Mazi Kanu is not an ordinary person. He is not. He's the Messiah we are seeing now. He is the Savior that we are witnessing now. He is the one that we can say, yes, we can see Savior. So may Chukwu protect him and then bring him out for us because he didn't commit any crime. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Please help me share, comment, and like. And subscribe to my channel, my YouTube, and my Facebook. Thank you all. Remain blessed. Good night and have a good sleep. Love you all. Bye.